Welcome to another edition of Full Funnel Fridays. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Solomon Timothy. Today's question is, how do I build a full funnel PPC campaign? That's right. If you are running ads right now, and maybe you're running bottom of funnel ads, you're running maybe top of funnel ads to get some traffic or leads into your business, you want to know what is a full funnel PPC strategy, we're going to break it down right now. So let's get started. Now, first, what I want to do is give you a brief overview of what is full funnel. Well, there's 3 steps in a marketing funnel. There is the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. And top of funnel is often known as awareness stage. Somebody is coming to know your business. Somebody is coming to know your brand. They've never heard of you before. They just heard of you today. And some of you might just have stumbled on this video, and that means that this is awareness stage for you. You're like, who is this guy? What do they do, right? That's awareness. And the next stage is consideration. That is when they've actually known of your brand. They know what you do. They know what product you sell. They know who you sell to, whether it's for them or not. And then the bottom of funnel is like, hey, I know I've done my research and I'm aware of your business and I know what you do for me may be relevant to what I'm doing. I'm at a decision stage. I want to really make sure that this is a good fit and maybe we enter into a sales conversation and make a buying decision, right? That's the bottom of funnel. So those are the 3 stages. We're going to be talking about this a lot. Why? Because in average, if you actually run a full funnel campaign, it is obvious that your ROI on your marketing investment is so much greater, upwards of 30, 40, 50% in some cases for B2C brands. So if you think about it, you always want to be thinking about a full funnel campaign. Now, when you're running a full funnel campaign, you have 2 options. The first option is organic, right? Like the first option is people are just attracted to you. They're posting content about it, or you're posting content, they're engaging with your content. You didn't really spend any money and it's happening organic. Now it can happen organic. Search engine optimization, they Googled your business, they Googled something and your blog popped up or your local maps popped up or something. Maybe there was a directory which you were listed. It just so happened to be. Now the challenge with organic is it's really hard to make organic anything predictable, right? You're not going to go viral and then go to a $10 million business. You may not ever go viral, and that means that you can't really rely on organic. Can you do ongoing optimization of your search and your local presence and your social media campaign? Yes, and we do that. However, organic does not mean you're going to be X dollar tomorrow or the day after and so on. Now, can you do a full funnel organic strategy? Absolutely. I'm sure I've made several videos about that. You can watch some of the videos in this channel and you're going to know a lot more. Now, the other way of growing the business is actually paid, right? This is you spend money and that attracts the right people into your brand. And that means that you're now getting more awareness, and the awareness turns into consideration, doing different types of ads, and the consideration goes into decision. They're like, I love this brand, I want to work with them. And that could be completely done with paid. So today what we're talking about is different ways of doing it. Obviously, I want to focus on the paid side just so you understand there's organic and there's paid. Now, there are different types of ads that you could be running at every single stage. Different types of ads. So we're going to break down one by one right now. The different types of ads are, number 1, at the very, very top, they're discovery-based campaigns. This means people have not heard of you. They're going to Google you, or they're going to, watch a video of you on YouTube, or you put an ad on YouTube, kind of using the same keywords that your products or services is. And then somebody else created a video and your ad popped up right next to it. It's a discovery-based kind of a campaign. This is really, really powerful because most of the time, a lot of folks, they understand the bottom of funnel part. They understand down here, you can run ads and make a bunch of money, right? Like they understand that. Like let's just say that you're a small business and you did emergency plumbing services. And if you punched in water leak or pipe burst or whatever it is, frozen pipe, and you're in Chicago in the middle of winter, they know somebody's going to click on it. It might be $80 a click, by the way. It's not like you're the only plumber that knows about Google Ads. However, as soon as you do that, they know the person who's calling is actually in an emergency, and that means that you're going to make money. right? You're gonna make $2,000. I don't know how much you get paid. However, that's pretty much no. What people don't understand is that this can actually work backwards. You can go all the way to the top in a search campaign and actually get people into your funnel. So let's go take it from the top. Display ads. What is a display ad? A display ad is actually banner ads. It could be a video ad or a banner ad, anything where you can get people to your company. Now, Google knows all these people, and if you're doing paid social, Zuckerberg knows all these people, and you just have to pay them and they will come to you, right? Like that's one of the strategies, right? Paid social or paid search or display ads, video ads, which obviously Google owns YouTube. This makes perfect sense. That would be something like that. Now, you've never probably heard of the word non-branded search. Non-branded search. What is a non-branded search? Well, a non-branded search, when somebody's Googling your products or services, they are not entering your company. So let's just, for instance, if I was in the business, if I wanted to buy a tablet, Solomon, what's a tablet? Because none of us even use that word anymore, right? Like iPad has taken over. But let's say I was in the market and there's all these tablet brands. Let's say HP made one, or Dell made one, or Microsoft made one, and some other brand, let's just make, say Tesla made a tablet. They're all competing for my business. So when I punch in tablet, that's non-branded search. I'm not punching in iPad. Does that make sense? I'm not punching in a branded search. So your company may have very specific products and services. Your company has a brand, there's a name, whatever your brand is. If they punched in your brand name, that means they know your product or they know you. All right, so let's go to the next stage. It's the consideration stage. What does that look like in paid search, right? What does that look like in pay-per-click? Well, you could be still doing video ads. However, these videos might actually be product demos or something like that. You could do search ads. I would do both brand and non-branded ads. And now we have one more section that popped up. That's called retargeting ads. What is retargeting? And if you're not like in marketing, you probably don't know what retargeting is, and that's perfectly fine. You're probably being retargeted right now, and you're like, Solomon, I don't understand. Is that a good word or bad word? Well, retargeting simply means that they have pixeled you. They know you exist on the internet. They don't know your name yet. They know your device ID, and they know your browser cookies and cache and all these other things that are super technical. And what they're doing is tracking you and then showing you the same ad again, just like you maybe search for maybe a Carnival cruise or something like that. And then, you know, you were YouTubing later and then all of a sudden a bunch of cruise ads popping up, right? Like, has that ever happened to you? You mention a word and then you open up Facebook and then there it is. Well, retargeting is basically targeting the people that have engaged with your page, they engage with your ad, they engage with you any way, shape, or form. They clicked on something that was tracked, that click was tracked, the page visit was tracked, that engagement on the ad was tracked, and then you can show ads to those people. So now going down the funnel, we understand that we no longer are just looking for a tablet, which I don't even know what it is anymore because I live in the Apple world. And you realize that what I need is an iPad. And so Apple could retarget me all of the different things that an iPad could do, and then I'll be like, oh man, I'm all over it, right? So that's dynamic retargeting. What that just means is, like, if you had 3 different services and the person visited all of those 3 pages, you can show them whatever the page that they're interested in. This is what happens when you go to like Zappos or Amazon and then you look at a product. Like I was looking at some lights and then I go to some other website or a blog and all of a sudden I see Amazon ads or any of these brands. They're putting the specific product that I looked at, and it's like looking at me and I'm just like, whoa, like that's exactly what I wanted. How did they know? Well, that's what a dynamic retargeting ad is. And you probably know that I'm a sucker. I would literally buy anything you put in front of me. Why? Because that's just the world that we live in, right? Like you think like you need it. This is exactly how you do it in digital marketing, right? You can do this whole thing through paid. None of this stuff I told you is organic. It's not you posted something on your Facebook page and somebody all of a sudden liked it and then went and bought it. No. Everything here is pay to play. You could do this in every major brand. And I say every major brand. Everybody that is venture funded or publicly traded, they have pressure under their belt to get more sales. This quarter, they're doing this. Now, small businesses technically are under tremendous pressure. You're a business owner. You could decide to grow fast, slow, whatever it is that you want. You may or may not engage in this. Now, most growth-oriented businesses are doing both organic and paid at the same time. Paid is more predictable because when you give them money, they have to give you clicks, visits, and so on. And when you're a smart marketer, you would invest your money into 3 different buckets, kind of like bonds and stocks and short-term cash and all this stuff. You have awareness, people that do not know you yet, and the middle of funnel is consideration, and the bottom of funnel is actually decision. All right, let's get to the last step. And that step is, how can you grow with a small budget? Well, we built what's called the growth formula here at 1IMS, and our team is probably one of the most smartest people ever, and I mean it, because we've analyzed and overanalyzed so many clients, and we realized that there's some parallels between all these extremely successful clients, and there were some of them that were not extremely successful. There's nothing that they were doing wrong. Maybe it's highly competitive. They were not doing certain things. And then we noticed what those patterns are. And then we built what's called the growth formula, because it's purely numbers. Now in the growth formula, there's 4 pieces, call it 4 quadrants, and it's shaped in the shape of an infinity. Why? Because it's never done. And this is literally modeling our most successful customers. Now, we realize that most businesses, what they do is they try to create demand, right? They go out there and create demand as if there is no demand for your products and services. Not a mistake, it's just that that's what a natural tendency is. We go and create a post, we make a carousel post, make a story. Those are not bad things. That's just creating awareness, getting people to know what your company does. The other piece is capturing. What you're doing here is you're capturing the demand of the marketplace. Now let's just say there's 5% of people there to get, and there's 95% of people here to get. Now obviously everybody in your total addressable market is not going to buy your thing, and they're not always in the market, so there's that 5%. And when you have a small pay-per-click budget, what we do is we spend all of that in the capturing the demand bucket, right? Now this would be going to the bottom of the last page I just shared with you, and then looking at bottom up, which means that you're doing more heavy remarketing in your business. That means you're not getting traffic. You're not spending money getting the traffic, but whatever traffic you did get from organic and referral and email marketing and things that you've done, you're going to be using those people's cookies, browsers, whatever signals that these ad platforms have. They're going to be running ads. You're going to be seeing your product seen to those people, and you're going to try to get that 5% of the marketplace all the time. Now, as your budget starts to grow, you will go and start spending more and more money that is top of funnel, right? And Solomon, what about this other side of the growth formula? What is that about? Well, that's exactly this entire thing that we're talking about is a full funnel strategy. In a full funnel strategy, there's leads that are coming in every single day. There are customers that you get paid from every single day, whether you have 10,000 customers or 1 million customers. Those customers need to be nurtured. Those customers need to be aware of your other products and services. And there's also leads coming in, just like I've drawn you the consideration, the awareness, and the decision. Those leads that are coming in needs to be nurtured before they can actually make a buying decision. So our growth formula goes way beyond just like, hey, we do some ads to get you some customers, or like that emergency plumber situation, we do Google ads and then they come to you. What about all the people that came last year? Shouldn't we be marketing to them this year? If they still own a house and they still live in Chicago, chances are their pipe can break too. So why not send it before the winter and let them know, hey, let us come to your house and let's evaluate your systems or whatever it is to make money, right? Like you don't want them going to a different plumber, because when they search, guess what? It'd be 27 other plumbers that's going to show up. So how do you go from a top of funnel campaign to middle of funnel to bottom of funnel? It's very, very simple. First, you got to get people that are in market for what you're looking for. That's number one. Secondly, you want to make sure that they do not forget about you in that consideration stage. That means you're going to stay on top of them, capture their email address, do whatever it is that you need to do to get them in the door, and then you're going to remarket to them with branded search this time, right? Top of funnel is unbranded keywords, things like your product name, product services, whatever it is, maybe some of the things that people put in, like their pain points, and then you show them your branded search saying, hey, we are XYZ company and we do this. That's branded search, and then going all the way down, it's heavy rotation of remarketing. And I call this, they get trapped into your funnel. That's right. Once they get trapped into your funnel, there's no way out unless they clear all their cookies and delete everything, cookies, cache, browser history. They're going to keep seeing your ad, right? And so unless that happens, they're going to continue to see it. And if they are trapped in your funnel, they're going to buy your product or services. That's how you do this entire game on a paid search or pay-per-click budget. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, there's a link below to schedule a one-on-one call with one of our advisors to tell you, hey, this is what we do. Our strategists are really, really brilliant people. We want to make sure whether you have $10,000 annual budget or $10,000 weekly budget, that you're using your money wisely, getting the maximum return that you can. All right, that's what we're here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next Funnel Friday.